I remember the chill of the floor against my cheek, the harsh hum of fluorescent lights overhead, the metallic tang lingering on my tongue. When I collapsed at work, they told me later the doctors had called my wife first. She never came. Instead, while I lay in a hospital bed, wires snaking through my veins, my phone lit up a notification. Her sister had tagged me in a photo, a picnic blanket, their smiles, my wife holding a glass of wine, her father at the grill, children running around. The caption read, "Family day without the drama, without me." I said nothing. Not to the doctors, not to colleagues, not to her. Silence became my armor. We had been married 11 years. I had given her everything, my trust, my loyalty, my quiet devotion. I worked hours that bled into nights, building stability, ensuring she never had to worry. I thought we were a team. At first, she was warmth, laughter in cramped apartments, shared ramen on the floor, dreams whispered into the dark. We fought battles together, or so I thought. Somewhere along the way, the laughter sharpened, the warmth dimmed, and our partnership became a performance. Hers for the audience, mine for survival. While machines kept me alive those first days, I stayed still, too weak to move, but not too weak to notice. She never came, not once. The nurses whispered, "Family hasn't visited yet." I said nothing. For days later, my phone buzzed. 44 missed calls from her father. Then one text, short, urgent, without apology. "We need you. Answer immediately." Not "how are you?" Not "I'm sorry I wasn't there." Just need, demand, expectation. And in that moment, the dam broke, not in tears, but in clarity. I realized I had been nothing more than a shield, a provider, a resource. Not family, not love. They left me for dead until they required me again. Pain sharpened me. My body was weak, but my mind was alive, calculating. I began taking inventory, not of my health, but of my power. She didn't know I had quietly changed the beneficiaries months earlier, after she pressured me to add her father's name to certain accounts. She didn't know I kept files, emails, recordings, documents she thought deleted. She didn't know every financial thread she dangled before me. I had tracked and secured in silence. While machines beat beside me, I pulled my laptop onto my chest. Every keystroke was a knife honed. I updated my will, redirected assets, locked my account behind new codes. When my strength returned enough to walk, I hired a private investigator. Not for proof of infidelity. I didn't need that. But for money, land, titles, transfers, the skeletons rattling in her father's closet. He delivered a banquet of sins. Fraud, hidden debts, schemes tucked beneath layers of arrogance. I had them both. I didn't rage. I didn't accuse. I let them call. Let them text. Let desperation ferment. Then I answered. I told her I'd be home in 2 days, still frail, but willing. Relief poured into her voice. "We'll talk when you're back," she said. Perfect. The morning I returned, I didn't go home. I went to the bank, to the lawyer, to my company board, quietly handing over documents proving her father's fraud with suppliers who had siphoned money under my name. I made sure the evidence couldn't be traced to me until after the storm broke. By the time I walked through our front door, the trap was already snapping shut. She smiled tentative, as if nothing had happened. Lightly, she touched my arm. "We've had some family issues, Dad especially. We just need your support. That's all." I nodded, calm, quiet, playing the weak man who still longed to belong. That night, I left a folder on the dining table. Inside, her father's fraudulent contracts, her own emails encouraging him, my lawyer's letterhead signed. She opened it with a laugh, then froze, her face draining. Her father cursed when he arrived, sweating, demanding to know my plan. I said nothing. It's already in motion, because by then the fallout was swift. Her father's business accounts frozen, partners cutting ties, whispers of criminal investigation. She screamed, begged, clawed at me with apologies that smelled of panic, not remorse. "You can't do this to your own family," she cried. I stared, calm, cold. "You did that the moment you chose a photo over my life." She tried to twist it, claiming fear, feeling overwhelmed, not knowing how to face the hospital. Excuses stacked like rotten wood. But I had stopped listening days ago. The final blow wasn't mine. It was public. Her father's arrest made headlines. Her friends saw her tag not in family photos, but in investigative reports. Her world collapsed, not because I shouted, but because I whispered into the right ears. I signed the divorce papers with steady hands. She cried in the lawyer's office, voice cracking, promising to change, pleading for forgiveness. Forgiveness is for the guilty who made a mistake. She had made a choice, over and over. I walked out lighter than I had been in years. They abandoned me at my weakest. I dismantled them at my strongest. And as I stood outside the courthouse, sun on my face, I thought of that caption again. Family Day without the drama. No, it was never about drama. It was about betrayal. And now they could have their family day without me forever.